Hi, I'm Karin Liebrand, a dog trainer in Austin, Texas. Let's talk about clicker training. When people first start clicker training, they are often thinking, I don't have enough hands for this. You've got your dog, the clicker, the leash, and treats to manage. There's a lot going on. It's challenging, no doubt about it. But the good news is the more you do it, the easier it gets. I promise it really does. So hang in there. I've got 5 tips for you that are going to get you clicking like a pro. Here they are. My first tip is to find the right clicker, the one that works for you and your dog. The first one we're going to look at is the box clicker. This is usually the least expensive one. Press here for the sound. These are pretty loud. If you have a shyer dog, this might not be the right clicker. Could scare your dog. On the other hand, if your dog is a little hard of hearing, this might work really well for you. Here's another one. Press here. You can see it's a little quieter. You can usually get a little wrist strap to put on your clicker. You put it there and you know your clicker is always right there on your wrist for you. This is another style, even a little bit quieter. This particular one has an elastic strap on the back and you can put your finger through it and it's always going to be right there in the palm of your hand. So those are 3 styles. There are other styles out there that you can find. The thing is to find the one that works for you and your dog and use that one. My next tip, and this is so important, is to get some kind of a treat bag. You want something that sits at your waist and is hands-free. You put your treats in here, and then you just click and reach in and get your dog treats. So why is this important? Well, remember how we were talking earlier about how you have so many things to manage and your hands are just full and you feel like you don't have enough hands to do everything? Well, this helps with that. So sometimes in a class, I'll see people that don't have a treat bag and they just have the bag that the treats came in. And so after they click, they pick this up and then they reach in and they fumble around for a treat and they pull one out and they give their dog that. And it takes a lot of time and it's a lot of trouble for them. If they just had the treat bag, they would just be able to reach in and grab a treat and give the dog, and the training would go so much faster for them. So the treat bag is just going to make your training so much easier. Get one, you'll be so glad you did. So take just a few minutes to figure out which hand is going to hold the clicker and which hand is going to give the treats. Try it both ways and see what feels most comfortable to you. The next tip is to always click, then treat. What does that mean? It means to be sure you get that clickable moment from your dog and click it before you reach for your treat bag. When we reach for our treat bags too soon, our dogs can lose focus on whatever training activity we're doing because the thought of a treat is so exciting. Your dog is going to figure out really quickly which hand is going to be reaching for the treat bag and is going to be watching that hand really closely for any movement. The next tip will help you with some easy exercises to click, then treat. Now I'll show you a few exercises you can do to practice clicking and treating without your dog. You just maybe need to do them 3 minutes a day, and after a few days you're going to find that clicking and treating is a lot easier and feels so much more natural. Here are the 4 things you're going to need to do these exercises: a clicker, some dried beans, your treat pouch, and some kind of a small container or something with a small opening. I've got an old prescription bottle here. You could also use a paper cup, small glass, a toilet paper roll. Something else I've put together is this is a water bottle that I cut down. Here's what you're going to need the first 2 days: your clicker, 10 beans, and your container. The first two exercises are really easy. They're just designed to help you start getting a feel for having a clicker and treats in your hand. Combined, they should only take about a minute to do. You're going to do them 3 times a day. Here's how you're going to do them. The first exercise is just getting a feel for your clicker. You can hold your clicker here at your belly button, down at your side, or behind your back. Just try not to point it at your dog like it's a remote control. Once you decide what position feels best, just click your clicker 10 times. Click and pause, like this. Do that 10 times, 3 times a day for 2 days. After you finish the click and pause exercise, you're going to do another exercise that's going to help you start getting comfortable handling treats. Go ahead and just keep the clicker in the hand you'll be using to click, and get your container and 10 beans out. Stand with the clicker wherever you've decided you're going to hold that. Put the other hand at your side and just reach down, pick up a bean, and put it in the container. Put your hand back at your side. Pick up a bean, put it in the container, hand at your side. Pick up a bean, put it in the container, hand at your side. Continue doing that until all 10 beans are gone. Together, these 2 exercises should take you about a minute to do. You'll do them 3 times a day for 2 days. So the first 2 days, you got comfortable clicking and treating separately. On the 3rd day, you're going to combine them and click and treat together. So what you'll need are your clicker, your beans, and your container. Go ahead and just put your hand wherever you've decided you want to keep your clicker, and your other hand by your side, and you're going to click, pick up a bean, and put it in the container, like this. And just keep doing that until all the beans are gone. You want to do this exercise 3 times a day for 2 days. For the last 4 days, we've had our beans out on top of the table. Today, we're going to mix it up and put them in the treat bag. There we go. Really, the only thing that's going to be different from what we did yesterday is that we'll be reaching into the treat bag to get our bean to put in the container, like this. Do that 3 times a day, and really you can do this for as many days as you need to until you get comfortable using the treat bag. Here they are again, my 5 tips that will have you clicking like a pro.